What's up, guys? Today I've got my pistol AR here, Chamber 300 BLackout. It's got a Palmetto State Armory upper, Anderson lower, and I've paired that with a Vortex Spark AR. And it's not sighted in yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a few shots down range here. Got some Fiachi 150 grain ammo. We're just gonna see what we can hit, and then I'll go ahead and take this bad boy inside, and we'll do a review on it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and fire a few shots down range here. Just aiming for the plate on the left. She's got some power. Alright, so now we're back inside. Here's the gun. Like I said, it's got Palmetto State upper, Anderson lower, Vortex Spark AR red dot sight, and then back here I've got the CAC Shockwave blade. So then what I carry this gun in came from Palmetto State Armory here, and this is very durable case. I actually got a really good deal on it. I think it was 80 bucks or $79.99, and it came with 7 PMags, Gen 2 PMags. So I mean, if you can find a couple buddies to buy those PMags, you got 20 bucks in an extremely durable case. This will hold a 36-inch gun, so this will hold a full rifle length AR-15. So when we're shooting outside, I use my hex mag here. I've never had any issues running 300 BLackout through the hex mag, but I have had issues through my Troy Battle Mag here. And I've shot many 223s through Troy Battle Mag. I'm not sure if it's something with the feed, how the feed lips work, or right up here if it's catching on that 300 black since it's bigger. And the main round that I've had issues with is my 150 grain. So I think I've got a couple different rounds in here. So right here you've got your 123 grain, and then you've also got your 153 grain. So you can tell it's got a little bit more lead up here. And that's the video that I shot outside. Mainly it was all 150. So that's why I was making such a big punch. So the two that I just showed you are right here. That's going to be your 300 black in the middle. That's 150 grain. The one right here on the front is your 123 grain. And then on the back is a 223. And if you actually look at these side by side, the casing is identical in diameter. But once you get up here, a 300 BLackout is just neck down, and then it's pressed for 300 BLackout or 30 caliber rifle. So in this mag, I've got a 223 on the top and 300 black. And I just want to show some people aren't aware of this, that a 223 lower is fully compatible with 300 BLackout. The only thing that you need to change is the barrel to 300 black. And same with the mags and everything else. So I just want to show you, just in case if you have both of these, because I also worried about this, is that if you have a 223 and try and chamber it in a 300 black, it won't work, just because the casing is much longer and the barrel isn't seated for 223, it's seated for 300 BLackout. So I'll go ahead and put it in here. I'll show you guys. I'm going to do it nice and soft. See, just like that, I'm hitting my forward assist and it will not go in any further. So you don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to start at the front right here. And I just got a muzzle brake off of eBay. I think it was like 35 bucks. I could not find anything that would have the 5/8 by 28 thread for the front. This is actually a barrel shroud. So when I slide this on, instead of it just stopping here, it actually covers your barrel. Gives it that nice flush look of an SBR, even though this is a pistol. So just like that, you've got a gun that hides the barrel. Not much is going to get caught on that. So then here, just the upper itself. This is a Palmetto State Armory, like I said, 8.5-inch barrel with a key mod rail. There's only 4.5 inches of key mod, so there's not too many options that you can do with this. One thing that I did worry about is my grip right here. If you put your hand here, it was really close to the muzzle. I haven't had any issues with it yet. I was afraid the muzzle blast was going to come back and hit my hand, but like I said, I haven't had any issues with that yet. So then on top, I've got a Ruger front sight, and then on the back I've got a Magpul rear sight. And one of the reasons that I did that is just because Ruger, it was readily available when I bought it, and it's a little bit cheaper running than a Magpul is. And then on the bottom here, I'm just running an Anderson lower, and I got this lower at a local gun shop. It was like 45 bucks. And then I bought a parts kit, and that was the same, about $45. The only thing that I had issues with, and Aaron made a video on this, if you guys want to check it out, I'll put a link to it right now. So you have your trigger pin and your hammer pin. These were walking out. They would slide out, and the trigger would get offset, and you weren't able to shoot the gun. It was ineffective. So we ended up upgrading these pins, and you can see this little lock on here, so there's no way for that to slide out by itself. I have the CAC Shockwave blade on here. I went with this just because I like the looks of it, and I liked that you could change where you could put the stock. That way you could have it wherever it was comfortable, holding it up to your cheek. It just makes it very easy to change it to where you want it. I know SIG makes a brace, an arm brace. I was not a big fan of those. I usually don't shoot a gun one-handed, but the cheek side, I like to hold the gun up to my cheek a little bit. That's the best way, I think, to get some stability into it. But this was very easy to put on. So a spanner wrench is what you need to put this on. And then on the bottom here, that just takes a little Allen key, and you can unscrew that, and all these little ribs right here, you can push this forward or backward to where you want it, to where it's comfortable for you. So it's an Optic. I have the Vortex Spark, and this has a coexisting plate that goes in here. I did not have to run it with my Magpuls. So my Magpul and my Ruger on the front are backup sights. So if battery ever were to die in my Vortex, I could still use my rear or my iron sights just perfectly fine. You can see right through that. But I won't get too far into that. Aaron's actually going to do a review on this, and he'll give you the ins and outs of it. But I'll put a link to that in this video. So that's all I've got for you guys on my pistol AR. Like I said, it's 300 Blackout. I really like this gun. The main reason I chose 300 Blackout is just the ballistics of it. It's fairly similar to like I would say a 9mm. You're gonna get that same punch with it at closer range. Being a PDW, personal defense weapon, I wanted something that was gonna pack a punch at a close range. I didn't need anything that would go through the person and through the next wall into the next wall and things like that. So this makes a great home defense weapon. And if you guys like this video, let us know. Go ahead and like the video, comment, tell us what you'd like to see different, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.